Ryan Reynolds stood at the Stoke Kai Ras, looked at an empty corner of the ground and said the words that would change Wrexham forever. "I sit around dreaming about secret rooms." This wasn't Hollywood fantasy anymore. This was real, and the cop was coming home. All right, Wrexham fans, if you love the Red Dragons like I do, smash that subscribe button right now, because what's happening at the racecourse is absolutely extraordinary. Let's dive in. Saturday, the 13th of December 2024, Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney and Caitlin Olsen are sat in the Stoke Kai Ras watching Wrexham battle Watford to a 2-2 draw in the Championship. But the real story wasn't happening on the pitch. It was happening beneath the ground, in the foundations, in the steel that's about to rise. The new cup stand isn't just coming, it's here. Construction has entered full-on build mode, and Reynolds himself has just confirmed what this means for every single Wrexham supporter who's dreamed of seeing their ground whole again. 18,000 capacity, UEFA Category 4 compliance, 5,000 seats where there's been nothing but sky and memories. This isn't just about bricks and steel, mate. This is about restoring the soul of the oldest football club in Wales. This is about taking a ground that stood since 1864 and dragging it into the future without losing what makes it sacred. But to understand why this moment matters so much, we need to go back to where it all began. The racecourse ground. Historic, atmospheric, incomplete. For years, Wrexham fans have watched their beloved ground sit with three sides whilst that fourth corner remained empty, a constant reminder of what once was. The old cop stand had been the heartbeat, the noise, the engine room of matchday atmosphere, and then it was gone. But when Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney walked through the doors in 2020, they didn't just buy a football club stuck in the National League, they bought a promise, a vision, a belief that Wrexham could be more than it had become. 2 National League titles, back-to-back promotions, from non-league obscurity to the Championship in 3 years. The football world watched Welcome to Wrexham on Disney Plus and fell in love with a town, a club and a community that refused to give up. But Reynolds and McElhenney knew something crucial. You can't build a Championship club in a 3-sided ground. Earlier this year, McLaren Construction was appointed under a pre-construction services agreement. The plans were drawn, the vision was clear. But behind the scenes, there was meticulous work happening that nobody saw. Comprehensive site preparation, planning, ensuring every detail was right before a single pile was driven into the ground. Phil Parkinson's side was climbing the Championship table. The Hollywood owners were attending matches more regularly. The documentary cameras were rolling, and beneath it all, quietly, the cop stand development was moving from dream to blueprint to reality. Then, in early December, the breakthrough moment arrived. McLaren's team broke ground, not ceremonially, properly. The construction phase had begun. And on that Saturday in December, with Wrexham drawing 2-2 against Watford, Ryan Reynolds stood at the Stoke Kai Ras and let the world in on what this actually means.
"I sit around dreaming about secret rooms," Reynolds said. That trademark Hollywood charm mixing with genuine passion. Like, "Oh, we have an apartment in the cop now." He laughed, then got serious. "But no, I'm very excited about the supporters getting 5,000 seats back there. And I just love the fourth wall, like that full surround sound feeling. It's a beautiful thing." That full surround sound feeling. Think about what he's saying there. This isn't an investor talking about capacity and revenue. This is a man who sat in grounds around the world, who understands what atmosphere means, what it feels like when a stadium is whole and the noise has nowhere to escape. Reynolds gets it. He understands that Wrexham isn't just about the football, it's about that wall of sound crashing down from the Kop, about 5,000 voices roaring the lads forward, about creating something that makes opposition teams think twice before they even step onto the pitch. The timeline is ambitious but achievable. December and January, breakout piles and casting foundations, the literal groundwork for everything that follows. Then the reinforced concrete lift cores, the skeleton that will support the entire structure. Early 2026, the slip-formed concrete cores rise. Spring 2026, 1,500 tons of steel begins going up. Can you picture it? 1,500 tons. That's the frame, the bones of the new Kop, piece by piece, reaching toward the sky. Precast concrete terrace units follow, then roofing, facade, internal fit-out, systems installation. Every detail planned, every phase mapped out. Completion target during the 2026-27 season. What does that mean? It means there's a very real possibility that Wrexham could be playing Premier League football in a completed, four-sided, 18,000 capacity STOK Kairas. From the National League to that, in 6 years, no one saw it coming. The Wrexham faithful are buzzing. Social media exploded after Reynolds' comments went up on the club's Instagram. Fans who've waited decades to see the Kop restored are now counting down the months. 18,000 at the racecourse. Never thought I'd see the day, one supporter wrote. The new stand isn't just about capacity, it's about what it represents. Modern concourses, proper accessibility routes, upgraded media and broadcast facilities, enhanced matchday operations, everything designed to UEFA standards, safety advisory group requirements, and green guide principles. This is Wrexham thinking like a top-flight club, because that's where they're headed. The local community has embraced it. The Leader newspaper has been documenting every phase. BBC Wales covered the groundbreaking ceremony. This isn't just a construction project, it's a statement of intent from a club that's rewriting its own history. And Reynolds, he's not just talking about it, he's there, at matches, watching the team he owns fight in the Championship, whilst beneath the stands, literally beneath his feet, the future is being built.
Phil Parkinson's got a team competing at the highest level Wrexham's played at in years. The owners are invested emotionally, financially, completely. And the fans, they're living through the greatest era in modern club history. The completion of the Kop stand during 2026-27 isn't just about infrastructure, it's about legitimacy. UEFA Category 4 compliance means Wrexham can host European competition if they reach the Premier League and qualify. 18,000 capacity means bigger gates, more revenue, better players, sustained success. This is the blueprint for sustainable growth. Not just Hollywood money splashed around, though that helps, but intelligent, long-term planning that ensures Wrexham can compete at the highest levels and stay there. Compare this to other clubs who've risen quickly and fallen just as fast. Wrexham's doing it differently. They're building the foundations, literally, for decades of success. The Championship is brutal. But with the Kop stand coming, with Reynolds and McElhenney fully committed, with a manager like Parkinson at the helm, and a squad that believes, Wrexham are building something that can last. From Hollywood to the racecourse, this story just keeps getting better. At the end of the day, this is what being a Wrexham supporter is all about. The waiting, the dreaming, the belief that one day our ground would be whole again. Ryan Reynolds stood at the Stock Kairas and talked about that surround sound feeling, and every Wrexham fan knew exactly what he meant. The Kop is coming home, and when those 5,000 seats are filled, when that fourth wall closes in and the noise becomes deafening, we'll remember this moment. will remember when it all became real. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new Kop stand. Hit like if you're back in Wrexham no matter what, and I'll see you in the next one. Come on, you Reds.